Live from Washington, our Joe St. George from Scripps News. Joe, we know this is historic. First time something like this is headed to the high court. So what are the arguments here? Break that down for us.
Yeah, first off, Blaine, I think it may be easy for the casual observer of Mr. Trump's ongoing legal saga to dismiss today as just another day. But the reality is this is the most significant case involving presidential politics in nearly 25 years. You probably have to go back to Bush v. Gore, which ultimately handed the presidency to George W. Bush in 2000 for a case with this much significance involving presidential politics. And think about what has actually happened here for a moment. A leading candidate for president, some polls have him as the favorite to be president again, has been impacted by state Supreme Court justices in a state like Colorado, elsewhere, that say he's ineligible to be president of the United States. So just if you backtrack just for a minute and think about everything that has happened with this case, truly unprecedented historic times. Now to this 14th Amendment. Nobody wants a constitutional law class at 6:15 in the morning, so I'll do this quickly. Section 3 of the 14th Amendment specifically mentions the word insurrection. It specifically restricts individuals from seeking higher office who has engaged in insurrection. That clause goes back to the Civil War. At the time, lawmakers didn't want those who engaged in the Civil War politics to run for office in the United States. That's why that clause exists. Now, if you ask some progressives, some liberals in Virginia and coastal Carolina, they'll say, yes, Mr. Trump engaged in insurrection on January 6th. He needs to be left off the ballot in these states. This applies. If you speak to Republicans, conservatives, they say this is the left going way too far. He did not engage in an insurrection on January 6th. The Supreme Court could answer what exactly Mr. Trump did or did not do on that fateful day back in 2021, or they could issue a very narrow ruling here. The conventional analysis is that they will allow Mr. Trump to appear on ballots across the U.S. this year.
Joe, we know this is not the only big case involving former President Trump and the Supreme Court. We're actually still waiting to see if the former president's going to appeal that ruling involving presidential immunity. Could that head to the high court? Yeah. What are their options there?
You know, we could be talking outside the Supreme Court in a few weeks' time, Blaine, for a totally separate case, the case involving whether presidents can be charged with a crime. Former President Trump believes that presidents have immunity from prosecution. Lower courts have said that does not apply. That was why that significant ruling out of D.C. earlier this week was so impactful. Mr. Trump is expected to appeal that decision. The Supreme Court has some options here, but these options matter what they decide. They could say, no, we're not going to hear the case. The lower courts got it right. That would put all those federal trials involving classified documents, January 6th, back on track quickly. They could agree to hear the case, which a lot of people think they will, on an expeditious basis, very promptly, creating a quick ruling, again getting those trials back on track. Or they could put this on a regular timeline, which would slow down the entire process. There would be more questions if a federal trial involving former President Trump could take place before an election. So we have the 14th Amendment case today. We have the immunity case that is certainly making its way here. And who knows, Blaine, we could be chatting on another chilly morning in our nation's capital about that case in the coming days and weeks.
Hope you've got a good parking spot outside the High Court building there, Joe. It looks like we'll be talking to you there for some time.